Hi, Rob here, and I'm continuing my quest to review all of the Marx Brothers films, and now I am on film number 2, Animal Crackers, where the Marxes bring their lunacy to a society party. It was released by Paramount in 1930, and it's based on the very successful 1928 stage musical that has Groucho play an explorer named Captain Spaulding returning from his latest expedition to attend a society party in his honor at the estate of Mrs. Rittenhouse, as well as to investigate the theft of a very valuable painting that is supposed to be unveiled there. Like their previous film, The Coconuts, the bulk of the movie consists of a succession of comedy sketches, plenty of one-liners, puns, visual gags, and some musical numbers.
Did someone call me Sonora? Hooray, hooray, hooray! He went into the jungle, where all the monkeys grow nuts. If I stay here, I'll go nuts. Hooray, hooray, hooray!
Animal Crackers was released as America was hit by the dark days of the Great Depression, so seeing their favorite anti-hero brothers run amok and make fun of the wealthy with their high society parties, important paintings, and trying to be the most talked about in society circles must have gave those struggling a great chance for some escapism. After watching The Coconuts, I found Animal Crackers to be a big improvement. The film features some of the team's best and memorable routines, such as the song Hooray for Captain Spaulding, Groucho's song Hello, I Must Be Going, as well as Chico and Groucho's dialogue bit about what's happened to a stolen painting, and Groucho's nonsensical speech about his expedition in the jungle.
Now you say to yourself, where was this painting stolen? And the answer come back, in this house. Now so far I'm right, eh?
Well, it's pretty hard to be wrong if you keep answering yourself all the time.
Now you go a little further and you say to yourself, who stole the painting? This is a very, very important question, Captain. You get to the answer, you got to the solution to the whole thing.
Especially if you find the picture.
Now you take all of the clues. You put them together. What do you got, eh?
The bread pudding.
Now, here's what we got. Something was stolen. Stolen where? Into this house. Stolen by who? Somebody in the house. Now, to find the painting, all you got to do is go to everybody in the house and ask them if they took it.
You know I could rent you out as a decoy for duck hunters? Pardon me while I have a strange influence.
The film does have a few moments that might go over some audience members' heads, like, for example, Groucho's parody of Eugene O'Neill's plays. Unless you have seen his work or know about him, this joke might be missed.
I got ace of spades.
There is also a card routine between Chico, Harpo, and some female cast members, which personally I found to be a little bit boring. I mean, I'm sure if I knew how to play bridge, I might have enjoyed it a little bit more. But I felt their best is when they do verbal puns or Harpo is allowed to be let loose. While watching Animal Crackers, it felt like the director of this film, Victor Herman, watched The Coconuts and saw the flaws with that one and sought to make this one an improvement, and it is. For one, I found it to be less stagey with much more camera movements that must have been groundbreaking for their time, and the film is definitely much more plot-oriented. I have read the play script that is still being published, and it does resemble The Coconuts, where the society party is just a background string for musical numbers and comedy bits rotating over the course of the show. But Victor Herman got rid of most of the musical numbers, much to the Marx Brothers' chagrin, and kept most of the comedy bits as well as plot points with the stolen painting. Second, as a result, the pacing is much better here as each scene smoothly goes from one into another instead of ending abruptly, beginning and ending like in The Coconuts. The acting is more of an improvement as Groucho feels comfortable, and the scenes between him and frequent love interest Margaret Dumont has that sparkle that every Marx Brother fan loves. Zeppo gets a little bit more to do here as he introduces the song Hooray for Captain Spaulding, and he shares a letter-taking routine with Groucho. But again, he still does not have that strong presence that his brothers have.
I'll show you where I get off, settling for the police. Now read me the letter, Jamison.
Honorable Charles H. Hungadunga.
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 That's it, Hungadunga.
In care of Hungadunga, and McCormick.
You've left out a Hungadunga. You left out the main one, too. Thought you get slipping over on me, didn't you, eh? All right, leave it out and put in a windshield wiper instead.
Never mind. You come over here and sit down and tell me whom you do like.
Oh, so that's who did it.
Now listen.
The film does have a young romantic couple, Annabella, the daughter of Mrs. Rittenhouse, played by then-popular singer Lillian Roth, with great spunk and charm, and a somewhat wooden John Parker, played by Hal Thompson. The Annabella character was the sort of young, reckless character that finds these stuffy society parties boring and wants to get away for adventure and freedom, which would have been very relevant for the young people you would have seen quite a bit throughout the 1920s, like the Flappers. While watching the movie, I had a lot of fun and could not help but see that the film is relatable now because of the U.S. being in a recession with jobs hard to come by and a lot of frustration with wealthier people. Animal Crackers, I thought, was a big improvement over their previous film with a tighter pacing, more focus on the comedy and plot. But I think their best work was still to come. The first two Marx Brothers films were shot in a movie studio located on Long Island, but when they were filming The Coconuts, it was being shot during the day, and they were performing Animal Crackers on Broadway at night. So once Coconuts became a hit, Paramount wanted to put Animal Crackers on film, and it also became a very big hit. The brothers then decided to abandon Broadway for Hollywood and the movie business, with their, beginning with their next film, Monkey Business, but that'll be later on. So if you have seen Animal Crackers, or if you're a Marx Brothers fan, go ahead and post any comments that you have. I do greatly appreciate it, and of course, if you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to R&B Reviews. Thanks very much for checking out this video, and thank you again.
Now I'd like to say a few words. Hello? I must be going. I cannot say I came to say I must be going. I'm glad I came, but just the same I must be going. La la.
For my sake, you must stay. If you should go away, you spoil this party. I am sorry.
I'll stay a week or two.